next concept in interference is Newton rings and the determination of wavelength and refractive index concepts. Now, let us see what is the Newton rings, how it will form. Newton rings. So, Newton rings, that is also one of the best example for the interference in a non-uniform thin film. Up to now, interference in thin films concepts, we have to consider a film and how the interference pattern will occur inside the film and what is the path difference we have seen. Now, Newton rings also the one of the best example for the interference in a non-uniform thin film. That is no sorry that has no uniformity. It's a non-uniform thin film. So in that non-uniform thin film also we can get the interference pattern. How it will occur? Let us see. When a plano convex lens L having long focal length f, we have the lenses convex lens, concave lens, like that. Now we are considering a plano convex lens L having long focal length f, approximately 100 centimeters, that is placed with its convex surface on a plane glass plate G. So for this Newton rings concept, we have to consider a plane glass plate and a plano convex lens. Now we have to place the convex surface, that is the non-uniform surface, on that glass plate. A gradually increasing thickness of air film will be formed between plane glass plate G and convex surface of plano convex lens. See, now we are placing a convex surface on the plane glass plate G. So due to that non-uniform shape of convex lens, there is a gap between the glass plate and the convex lens. So between those two, there is a gap. In that gap, there is a air film that will be formed between the plane glass plate and the convex surface of lens. So the thickness of air film will be 0 at the point of contact and symmetrically increases, we go radically from the point of contact. That means at the point of contact between the lens and the glass plate, thickness of air film is 0 because there is a contact between the glass plate and the lens, and from the symmetrical increases we go radically from the point of contact. That means away from the point of contact around the lens, between the lens and the glass plate, the air film thickness, that's the increases gradually. See how it will be. There is a microscope which we are observing all this phenomena, and there is an inclined glass plate, how the monochromatic source is illuminated. See, plane glass plate and the plano convex lens, there is a point of contact and also air film away from the point of contact. A monochromatic light of wavelength lambda is allowed to fall normally on the lens with the help of a glass plate G kept at 45 degrees to the incident monochromatic beam. This is another glass plate G that is for the light and which is inclined at 45 degrees because that fall normally on the lens with the help of glass plate G. We are keeping a 45 degrees angle. That means the glass plate is inclined at 45 degrees to incident monochromatic beam. So a part of incidence light rays are reflected up at the convex surface. See here a part of light is reflected. Okay, instant light reflected up at the convex surface of lens, and the remaining light is transmitted to the air film. So some portion gets reflected and some portion is transmitted to the air film. See the actual phenomena how it will occur. The reflected rays without any additional phase, again a part of this transmitted light is reflected on the top of the surface of the glass plate P with additional phase change of pi or lambda by 2. We already know that whenever the reflection occurs from the point of that means a denser medium, there is a additional phase change pi or a path difference lambda by 2. See, this is the actual AB, that is the incident ray. Okay, so one is reflected from the surface and the other is reflected from the air film. So both the reflected rays combine to produce an interference pattern in the form of alternate bright and dark concentric circular rings known as Newton rings. See, these are the alternate bright and dark and concentric circles. These are circular rings. Those are known as Newton rings. How the Newton rings will appear means this is the phenomena. So this light, the incident light is reflected from the lens surface as well as from the film. So due to this surface we can get the bright fringe, that means bright rings. So from this air film we can get the dark rings. So alternately we can get the bright and dark circular rings. Those are also concentric circles. So these rings are circular because ఎందుకు ఇవి circular? Because this circular rings, the air film has circular symmetry. See here, the middle it has a point of contact, and away from this point of contact, when we are going away from this point of contact, we can get the air film has circular symmetry, and as rings are observed in the reflected light. As the rings are observed in the reflected light. So here also the path difference occurs. So the path difference between them is 2 mu t cos r plus lambda by 2. Where we can get this equation? We can get this in interference in thin films. You want to see? See here. See here. Thus the total path difference is 2 mu t cos r plus or minus lambda by 2. That lambda by 2 is a phase change pi or a path difference lambda by 2. Same equation we can get here 2 mu t cos r lambda by 2. Okay, and now so for air film mu equals to 1. We already know that refractive index of air is a 1, and for normal incidence r equals to 0. Mu equals to 1 and the normal incidence r equals to 0. So as mu becomes 1, 2t cos r plus lambda by 2, the path difference becomes. Now normal incidence r equals to 0, then cos 0 1. So 2t plus lambda by 2 is the path difference. Now at the point of contact, suppose phase change of pi, then the incident and the reflected lights are out of phase and interference destructively. So we already know whenever the waves meet in phase, we can get the constructive interference. So whenever those are meet in out phase, we can indefinitely, so we can get the interference destructively. That means we can get the indestructive interference. So hence the central part is dark. Why this in this rings, why the central part is dark means this is the reason. So at the point of contact, suppose phase change of pi, if there is, then the incident and reflected rays are out of phase. Okay, if there is a change, phase change pi at the point of contact, then incident ray and reflected ray both are meet at out of phase. So because of that we can get the destructive interference. That's the reason only why the central part of the concentric circles, that is the Newton rings, has the dark. Now the condition for bright fringe, dark fringe. Fringe means here we are considering as a Newton rings. So bright rings and dark rings. Let us see if that is, we already know Condition for the bright fringe means the path difference is equal to the even integral multiple of lambda, that's the wavelength. So we can get this condition. So whenever it equals to the odd integral multiple of lambda, so 2n plus 1 lambda by 2. Here just this is the change. That means 2 mu t cos r. Instead of that we can get the 2t because mu equals to 1 and r equals to 0. So these two are the condition for bright ring and dark ring. So let us see what is the theory behind this. To find the diameter of bright and dark rings. So okay, we are getting a concentric circles, alternate bright and dark circles known as Newton rings. Then how can we find out the diameter of the bright and dark rings? Actually, this is a Newton rings is our lab experiment. You have to concentrate on this very much because it is also a theory. It has theory concept and as well as a practical concept. You have to understand both. So let L be a plane lens placed on a glass plate G. Suppose whatever name it may be, the glass plate is a G or a P. The convex surface of lens is part of spherical surface with the center of C. So the surface center that is becomes a C. Let R be the radius of curvature and small r be the radius of Newton rings. So overall radius of curvature of this surface is capital R and small r is the radius of the ring. Okay. Now from the property of circle Bn into Np that equals to On into Nd. So from here to here, what is the radius we have? That is equal to the radius of curvature from O N to Nd. As T is small, now that becomes thickness, that will be small, T square will be negligible. If already T is small, then we have to square that T square, that becomes very small, so that T square value is completely negligible. That means R into R equals to On value, that is a T, into On plus Nd, that is a 2R minus Nd value, Nd, that is also a thickness T. So R square equals to 2RT minus T square. Now due to the small value of T, that means thickness of the film, the T square is a negligible. Now R square equals to 2RT. Now thickness T equals to R square by 2R. Now how can we find out the diameter? We know the thickness value readily. And next, how to find the diameter of bright ring and dark ring? See here, what is the condition? We have the condition for the dark ring, that means bright ring, 2T equals to 2n minus 1 into lambda by 2. That means instead of T, we write the T value here. Another R square equals to this much of value. Replacing R by R smaller, that is a radius, that is replacing by D by 2. That means D by 2, R is the radius and D by 2 is the diameter. So diameter of half ఉంటుంది radius, that's why. So the diameter of nth bright ring will be, so this is the for one ring. So if we are considering n bright rings, so what is the diameter? For that, d by 2 whole square, that equals to 2n minus 1 lambda r by 2. Now d square equals to this value. So from here d equals to root of 2n minus 1 into 2 lambda r. This that means that is directly proportional to the 2n minus 1 and directly proportional to odd natural numbers. Okay, so simply this is the condition. D equals to root of 2n minus 1 into 2 lambda r is the condition for diameter of bright ring. And what is the nth dark ring? Diameter of nth dark ring will be 2t equals to n lambda. So t, again we are replacing t by r square by 2r. So now here r square, again r is replaced by d by 2 because we know the radius and we are considering the diameter. So for this also we have this So finally d equals to root n root 4 or lambda. That's the even natural numbers. So this is the condition for dark ring, nth dark ring, and that is the condition for nth bright ring. Okay, with the increase in the order of the rings, get closure and the fringe width decreases. That means the concentric circles which we are shown in the previous. See, in this, as more and more the circles are increases, the width between the circles decreases. That means the fringe width, the distance between the circles will be decreased. And now see, some more topics, very small topics, that is the that becomes under applications of Newton rings, determination of wavelength of light as well as refractive index. From by using this Newton rings we can get this. Let us see what is the determination of wavelength of a light source. The wavelength of light source can be calculated by measuring the diameter of various rings and knowing the radius of curvature of plano convex lens. We already know diameter up to nth dark ring and nth bright rings, and already know radius of curvature of plano convex lens. Let it be r. So r be the radius of curvature of plano convex lens. Lambda be the wavelength. Now what are the diameters for the mth and nth dark rings respectively? So we are considering dm is the mth dark ring, dn is the nth dark ring. See, dm square equals to 4m lambda r by using the previous equation. So dark ring equation. Okay, d square equals to 4n r lambda. So dm square equals to 4m lambda r, dn square also. So dn square minus dm square, that equals to, from this we can get the lambda. Okay, so by using, first of all, by using the Newton rings we can find out the condition for nth dark ring and nth bright ring. So applications of Newton rings, one is the wavelength. How to find the wavelength of source, given source means we are considering the radius of curvature as well as lambda wavelength. Now we have to find out the wavelength lambda. So for that we are taking two dark rings, that is the mth ring and nth ring. By taking that dark ring condition, dm square dn square we have to write, and dn square minus dm square, that equals to 4n lambda r minus 4m lambda r. From that equation we are getting lambda. Lambda equals to dn square minus dm square by 4n to n minus m into r. Next, so determination of refractive index of liquid. So we already know the refractive index means the ratio of velocity of light in a vacuum to the velocity in specified medium. Now let us see, by using the Newton rings application, how can we find out the refractive index. Now the experiment is performed when there is a air film between the glass plate and the plano convex lens. The diameter of nth and mth dark rings are determined with the help of a travelling microscope. So that is the equation. And then the plano convex lens and glass plate is placed into the container whenever those two are container, that means within a liquid which consists of a liquid whose refractive index mu is to be determined. So the experiment arrangement is placed in a container which consists of a liquid, and the refractive index of that liquid is whatever liquid it may be, that is mu, which we have to determine. Now the air film is replaced by the liquid film. So whenever we are considering the glass medium and air medium, we get the air film. Same experiment, whenever we placed in the container, that means placed in the liquid, the air film is replaced by the liquid film. Now how the equation becomes, let us see. Here we have the medium also. That means this is replaced by d, that means 4n minus m into lambda r, replaced by dn square minus dm square. Now mu equals to dn square minus dm square, right? dn dash square minus dm dash square completely. Simply, this is the interference concept by the thin films, interference in thin films, colors in thin films, and Newton rings, and those two applications of Newton rings, that is the determination of wavelength of light, that's wavelength of source, whatever source it may be, and the determination of refractive index. Okay.